guys, what's up? It's Cassie back again. Sorry it's been a while since I've been doing a video. I have just recently came back into the work business, so yay, after my surgery. And it is now the holiday season, so it's been really busy where I work, and we have just been crazy, so I don't have as much time as I used to with videos, and I try to read as much as I can, but it's not as much as it was when I was on my surgery leave. So sorry about that, but don't worry, I do plan on still making videos and still reading and doing reviews while I can. It's just not going to be as much right now. Once holiday season slows down a little bit, I feel like that's when I'll be able to create a schedule and I'll have enough time that I'm able to. But anyway, just wanted to let you guys know really quickly what I was up to. And today I am bringing you another review. Yay! And this one is for a book that I have absolutely adored reading. I have fell in love with this author. I have just nothing but nice things to say. And the book I am reviewing today is called Tony's Wife by Adriana Trigiani. I want to try to see if maybe I can get that a little bit there, but this is what the cover looks like. I received this book as an ebook, hence why I am using my e-reader to show you guys a picture of the cover through NetGalley and from the publisher. So thank you guys so much for letting me get to read this book. I was very intrigued with the premise and just was really excited to read this. Most of you know I love music, so it has stuff to do with music, as well as it is set back into the it starts in the 30s, but it goes all the way up until the year 2000. The book is basically following two characters, one named Tony Arma. He is also known as Severio Armando Nato, very mouthful of a name, and Chichi Donatelli, or G.R. Donatelli, and it follows their lives before they met, when they fell in love, got married, and everything that has happened. Both of these characters are in love with music. Chi-Chi is a writer. She writes songs. She is a very focused woman in that. And Tony, or Severio, is in love with singing. He pretty much feels like he could be the next Frank Sinatra, if you will. And he goes on tour with different bands and orchestras, and you see the life that takes on the road, and you see how they meet and how they become this singing group together, their marriage, everything. But the novel is more than just that. You see their progression as people, and in my opinion, the novel is definitely showing you how strong a woman can be and how strong a woman can believe in her beliefs. And I could not get enough of this novel. It was so great to read. I felt like I was being escaped into another time, another dimension, and I think no words can describe my love for this novel. It's just so great. My favorite character, if you can't tell, is Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi, in my opinion, is a woman who knows what she wants, is going to go after it, and isn't afraid to do what she needs to do in order to make sure she's putting herself first, which isn't a bad thing, because in the 30s and the 40s, women were still viewed as, oh, you can't get into the music business. This is stupid. You're supposed to be home being the wife and a homemaker, making food for the husbands and everything. And this is something that Chi-Chi did not believe in. She didn't see herself married. She saw herself as this woman writing songs for wealthy, successful singers and just being involved in the music industry. And it's something that she believes in. But not only that, she is a woman who is putting herself first to the point that she wants to make sure that she is covered. The reason I say that is she likes to make sure that she is putting herself in the reasonable, other reasonable things. For instance, you find out that she is investing into the stock market, and she wants to invest in the real estate business. She also wants to make sure that she has money set aside, so just in case an emergency comes up, or if she finds something that she wants to invest in, she's able to do that. And that's very smart. Both of these characters actually grew up in Italian families, so I think that's another reason why. that, you know, in the Italian culture, that they want to make sure that you are successful and you are doing what you need to do and putting yourself first, and also having a nice little stockpile just in case you need it. And Chi Chi learned a lot from her father, and her father wanted to make sure that his daughters, because Chi Chi has sisters, that they were putting themselves first and they were getting by in the world, because it's tough. And I love Chi Chi's family. Chi Chi's family I adore. They believe in her dream. They don't think it's stupid. And it's a family. They really come together. There's an instance where Chi Chi's dad is in the hospital, and the girls come together. Granted, they all work in the same business, and they realize that they can't all be there, that they still need to make money. So they make sure that they're letting their mom go see their dad, and then when they're off of work, they go see their dad. Um, but you just see those instances, and you just see how they come together and are just, they just, it's just family. And that's something that I really connected to. Um, and it's just, I don't know. Like, I just love Chi Chi. I love what she stands for. I feel like she's a good representation for today, as women still are not getting as much rights, and they're still having to struggle to be taken seriously as a man. So I feel like that's why I love her so much. It's just that she's so strong. Um, I also am going to say a little spoiler, so if you don't want to know, just kind of like mute it for a little bit. I will do like a little thumbs up signal or something. Yeah, we'll do a thumbs up. We'll do 2 thumbs up just to let you know that I'm not talking about it anymore. So anyway, so with Chi Chi and Tony, they do end up falling in love and get married, and you end up finding out that Tony has kind of not been keeping his marriage vows. He told her when they were getting engaged that he was going to be true to her, that there was no other girl that he ever wanted to be with. And you find out that he's been seeing girls on the road, because she ends up having, Chi Chi ends up having to put her dream aside, because she ends up being pregnant with their twin daughters. And you see how she struggles with, why does, you know, she's being the supportive wife. So she's staying home, being that homemaker, giving up her dream to make sure Tony lives his. But you see that he's still being his bachelor ways, like in the beginning of the novel, that, you know, he's with this girl, and then he's with another girl, and then it's in the newspapers, it's gossip, it's scandal. And she ends up taking as much as she can and pretty much saying, I can't do this anymore, I'm divorcing. And I adored her for that. I felt like when I was finding out that Tony was just pretty much taking advantage and taking her for granted, it hurt my heart to see Chi Chi being treated that way, because she deserves so much, in my opinion. And I know she's a character, she's not a real person, but I don't care. She was a real person to me. But I loved how she was like, I can't do this anymore. We will be there for our daughters. We will be there for our son, because she ends up being pregnant again. But I cannot be with you. And you told me this was what was going to happen, and it's not, and I can't stand that. And it just, I don't know. I had so much appreciation for her. And the fact that she becomes this single woman, she ends up investing in an apartment for herself and an apartment building. She is raising her kids so greatly. She's putting aside her issues with Tony to make sure that her family is being put first, even though Tony is not kind of in that situation where he's making sure that his kids are taken care of. And it's just, I don't know, I just adore her so well. But yeah, so that was another reason why I loved her so much, so yay. And then just another reason I love this book so much is just the way that you see her growing as a character and what she does. Like I said, it follows from 1932 all the way to the year 2000. And you see as her in the year 2000, and a tragedy happens, and you see that it's still hard for her, and you still see that there's a lot that she has learned with her marriage, and that this is someone that she still loves technically, even though she doesn't love them in that way anymore. And I can't get enough of this book. Like, I don't have enough words. this was the first time I've ever written a book by Adriana I think it's Trigiani is how you say her name, or Trigiani. And I just want to say to you, girl, I fell in love with this book. I laughed, I cried, I seriously just didn't want to put this book down, but I had to. And I'm so excited that your publishing company let me have this book, read this book before it came out, and I have no words. And I'm looking forward to reading more of your work, and just keep writing these books with strong messages in them, and just I can't get enough of it. So, but yeah, so I know this review was all over the place, but I really hit a lot of the points that I wanted to make. And it's just, I can't, like, I'm still sitting here, like, after finishing the final chapter, because it's taken me so long, and just, I still can't get over, like, how beautiful the story was, how it ended, just, ugh, it's great. So I'm also pulling up on my tablet real quick. I wanted to share a couple quotes from the novel that I have fallen in love with, and just really, really hit me in the heart a little bit. One of them, well, actually, one of them is Chi Chi is talking about her future and what she's planning on for her future for as a young girl in her 20s. And it says, but what about her sense of purpose? Where is she supposed to find it? When you're a girl, you can't even buy a government bond without your father or your husband along to sign for you. Don't you think that's wrong? That's my paycheck, money I earned and saved, and I still have to have my father with me to buy a bond. Like, that's just so awesome that she's like, this isn't right. Like, I make my own money. I worked hard for this money. I shouldn't have a man there to approve what I do with my money. And I just loved it. And that's a great example of who Chi Chi is and what she believes in. Um, Another one that was really cool that I forget who sings it or says it. I think it might have been Chi Chi, but it was, you only get one shot at this life, take it. You know, a simple one, like, it's you only have one life, do what you want. Don't let anyone else hold you back. I'm trying to find this other one. This one I think was also, I think this one was Severio. I'm not quite positive. You must figure out what is sacred to you. It's different for every person that is ever born. No two people will have the same answer to the question. But once you have the answer, you have to live in service to it. If you don't, your life will be meaningless. So that was another quote that I really loved. And I've really seen that Adriana has a way with words, and she doesn't just like spell it out for you. She wants to explain it, and you kind of see a little bit of what that character and a little piece of what that character is. So that was awesome with that quote. And this one is towards the end of the novel. This is when Chi Chi's kind of realizing that Tony just says what he wants to. He doesn't really think it. He just says it in the moment, and he moves on when he's bored. That's just who Tony is. And Tony really will frustrate you in this novel. There were several times I just wanted to take like a book or something and just kind of hit him on the head and be like, what's wrong with you? So this is one that she says to him when they meet on later in life, and just she's kind of frustrated that he thinks that is still like okay with what happened, and you definitely can see in this chapter the way that she talks that she's not, and she's finally realizing, like, even though she did when she was younger that it wasn't right, you can still see she's kind of been finding pieces that are like, well, that makes sense. That's another thing that really drove me crazy. So it's a really simple quote. It's, you gave me a diamond heart because you never had any intention of giving me the real thing. Boom, mic drop. Like, I read that and I was just like, she won. Like, your argument is pointless. She won. So, and the diamond heart is referencing when they do get engaged, that he gives her this ring with a little like diamond cut heart. And I think it's very representative that he gave her that, but he really didn't truly give his heart. So I don't know. Like, I love Chi Chi Donatelli. Like, I think she's one of my favorite characters of this year. Like, I think she's #1 character of this year, like, hands down. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go, and that was my review for Tony's Wife by Adriana Trigiani. Definitely check it out. It is worth the read. You are not going to be disappointed. But yeah, so until next time, guys, have a good day. Bye.